What's up, Fin fans? Josh Clow here from the Cleaver Podcast. Got some Dolphins news for you guys today. Um, During the OTA practices today, a lot of good stuff coming out of the practice. Brian Flores had said some stuff about some players and a possible position change, which I'll be talking about in a few minutes. So, got my notes. I'm gonna break them down one by one. First thing, Brian Flores says that Jerome Baker is stepping forward into or stepping up into the leadership role, which is big for the fact that our linebackers are not the greatest linebackers right now. I think linebackers might be, as of right now, could be our weakest position. I know D line is also weak, but our linebackers have not been playing. Kiko Alonso is nice, but we never had really like true all pro linebackers in a very long time. So this is good stuff for the defense. Definitely the fact that I don't think Kiko Alonso can be staying with the Miami Dolphins much longer. He's a great guy, but he is getting up there in age. He's slowing down, so I know Brian Flores is probably going to try to move on from him probably next season. So that would be a big move for Jamone Baker. Being the next leader for the linebacker standpoint, and hopefully takes his game to the next level. Talk about linebackers. Um, Brian Flores had announced that Minkah Fitzpatrick will be playing linebacker this season. Also, he's going to be playing multiple positions. I think that Brian Flores knows that he is not going to be playing safety this year unless an injury occurs. But they want to find the best position for Minkah Fitzpatrick. They want him on the field. He has the potential to be a playmaker, but there's a lot of different things to put him in. So they're going to linebacker, safety, cornerback, slot cornerback. So he's going to be all over the field. They're going to try to find out what's the best position for him for this year, what works well with his scheme, how does he develop, produces the first round talent that we got last year, and hopefully to be the next centerpiece in the on our defense in the future of Brian Flores and the Miami Dolphins. So, but on top of that note, Brian Flores is keeping a lot of the information in house. He is not going to be spilling out a lot of stuff that like Adam Gase used to. So we don't really know for sure what's going to happen. I don't think they're going to announce week one starter for quarterback until week one. Like I said, I think they're going to be keeping everything in house. It's going to be battle, battle, battle until that Friday before the first Sunday game. So, which it's good. You can keep the other teams guessing. Well, we don't know who we're gonna play. I guess we can, situate on both quarterbacks, but it does confuse players. You're like, oh well, we did more on Ryan Fitzpatrick, but Josh Rosen starts, or vice versa. So, and then on the wide receivers, running backs, linebackers, corners, all those things. Keeping everything in house. All the personal problems, probably the fights, the arguments, the locker room situations. They don't want the media getting in everyone's head. That's a good news for the Dolphins. Josh Rosen had an up and down has been having up and down practices. He's been looking really good, and then he makes some questionable throws. He had what this showed was he had a beautiful touchdown to Mike Gesicki today, but also he threw a couple of picks to no name guys that no one ever heard. So it looks like Ryan Fitzpatrick's been playing a little bit better than Josh Rosen in the practice. He's been throwing some really good touchdowns. He did throw a pick six today, where Josh Rosen didn't throw a pick six. So it's going to be a consistent battle between them two. I think preseason is going to make or break whoever's going to start for the season. They are playing 11 on 11s, but once you actually play against other starters in the team, once you actually get into the football, mentality, you're going to play every Sunday type, it's going to be a little bit different. Game starts mattering. Games don't matter really right now. You're just in practice. So, but Rosen is up and down with practices. I think he's still a lot to work on. I think the playbook, learning everything. I think still, getting the the relationships with the wide receivers and the tight ends, the running back, the whole offense as the whole. Trying to build that connection and that relationship and that standpoint of you trust me, I trust you type stuff. So Rosen's getting there. He's still got a little bit more to go though, but there is upside to him. Hopefully that the scheme starts working for him, it starts clicking, and he starts outperforming Ryan Fitzpatrick, because that's what we all want at this point. If he's going to be the future quarterback in the league, and for the franchise, he's going to have to excel past Ryan Fitzpatrick. So, but Ryan Fitzpatrick's been pretty good at mentoring him. There's been news about Ryan Fitzpatrick learning from Josh Rosen, which is good. So, old guy learning new guy learning old. So, they have a good relationship going on right now. It's not like the Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, screw that guy. I'm here to win games. I could care less about him. Ryan Fitzpatrick's not like that, so that's cool. But Kenny Stills did vocally say that he is very happy with Josh Rosen, that the Dolphins got Josh Rosen. He's looking forward to playing with Josh Rosen, which is actually pretty good. The wide receivers, I don't know about any other wide receivers that had made their statements, but at least Kenny Stills is showing the support for Josh Rosen. He's happy that he's a Miami Dolphin. They're ready to work together. So he's getting appraisals from and approvals from the Dolphins players, which is good. He needs that. So, and also Devontae Parker was playing pretty decently today. He caught a touchdown above. I think Xavier Howard, which is that's what he was drafted for and begin with, to be that type of guy to that 50-50 ball, 50%, he's going to get it, not the other guy, and if he doesn't get it, it's not an interception type situation, that I trust you, I'm going to toss it up to you and hope for the best, kind of like a Julio Jones, Antonio Brown type thing. So Brian Flores believed in Devontae Parker to take the next step to be the elite wide receiver that everyone thought he's going to be. That number one wide receiver. This is his last chance with Miami. He's on a new coaching scheme, new quarterback, new everything. So if he doesn't produce this time, he has no excuse. He has to stay healthy. He has to be consistent. This is his last game. Rodeo, at least for the Dolphins. He might get picked up somewhere else, but he's going to do what he's going to have to do. He's going to play with two different quarterbacks, two different schemes, so hopefully he does well with both of them, and he produces and actually be the first round talent that we picked him up a couple years ago. But that's all the news I got for you guys for the Dolphins. Probably be more news tomorrow, probably some more practice updates. There'll probably be some injury reports busting out, probably some more practice tape for a couple of the guys. I'll let you know how Rosen's going to do for the next upcoming practices, see how other players are doing, start keeping track of the no-name type guys and then undrafted free agents that no one probably doesn't recognize or never even heard of. Because those are the guys that are going to step up and be those. Holy crap, he's an all-pro out of nowhere. So, like Frank Gore was an undrafted free agent, and look at him. Hall of Famer running back. So, you got to find those guys, and we might have some of those guys. Like I said, there's a guy that picked off Josh Rosen in the end zone, no-name guy. Potential, so we'll look forward to that. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I'll get another video up either tomorrow or Thursday about more practice news and some other updates for the Miami Dolphins. One last thing, Gerald McCoy from the Bucks was released. He's still open. I think the Dolphins should try to go after him, although I believe that they should give him all the money up front. Why? If you can lock a long-term deal, yes, he's a little old, but he is still one of the best defensive tackles around in the league. Rare talent for defensive tackle. He can use mentorship. We're not fighting for anything this year, supposedly. If we make playoffs, we make playoffs. If we don't, we don't. We're in that position, but we're not going to be really signing more, players this year. If he wants $15 million, or if he wants $40 million on a 3-year deal, give him $25 this year, because we're not doing anything next year, and then it's just a couple million, the next following years just to the cheap deal part on a team that could be contending. So Namakusu did sign to the Bucks though, so it's kind of funny why they decided to cut him and then bring in Namakusu, because obviously McCoy has the better stats right now and Sue's been kind of falling off lately. So Bucks are Bucks. I don't know what Bruce Arians is doing, but McCoy's out there. Hopefully the Dolphins at least interview him. I know he wants to join a contender. With him, we can be more of a contending team. So I think Brian Flores is going to try to use his negotiating skills, but we'll hope for the best. But thank you guys for watching. Like I said, hopefully I'll get some more news for you guys in the upcoming days. And if you guys haven't, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you guys don't miss the news or any updates and stuff like that. And if you haven't watched my latest video, I did mention some channel updates for the channel. Changing the name here soon, getting some equipment, getting a computer, so to get better stuff for you guys, better quality videos, so because you guys deserve it. So make sure you watch that video, just at least get a heads up on that type of stuff. I did go break it down, but thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day.